Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna talk about the text function in Excel. So what is the text function? What is the use of the particular text function? For example, we have a text function like upper, lower, proper, lean, left, right, mid, and you can say concat, text joins, extract, operator, find. Like that, we have all the text function, right? And as you can see here, for example, I have one unorganized data. You can see here some are in caps letter, and it is not in perfect form, as you can see over here, right? So how we can fix this? And there is another things are here. If I will show you, for example, this is our full name of employees. For example, you are working as a data analyst or as a business analyst. That time maybe you face these kind of issues in Excel, like you receive a data from your client and then you saw this is not organized, right? And I know there are many tools, but using help of Excel we can easily fix that. Excel is a very older version and it is very popular in corporate sector. Maybe I don't think so nowadays the people are using a different kind of tool, but Excel is still there, right? So today we will talk about only the text function, like how it's gonna work, what is the use of particular text function, and how we can use these text function in our real world. All right. So without any further delay, let's get started. Okay, so let me delete this first. I just write this function to show you, and we will understand everything one by one with the examples. All right. So this is the some sample data I have created that I can easily explain that how it's gonna work. All right. So for example, you got this kind of unorganized data and you want to convert that in caps letter. So in that purpose we use a uppercase. So I will write a function called upper. Now you don't have to click on it, just press that tab button, it will automatically fill and open the bracket for you. Now what you have to do, just select the cell which you want to fix it. All right, then hit enter. See, you don't have to close the bracket. Actually Excel will automatically close for you. All right, the last bracket Excel will automatically close for you, and just double tap on it, it will fix all the names as per your requirement. As you can see here, before there was some caps letter, some small, but now it's all get in the capital letter. All right, now if you use a lower function, what will do, now there is some capital letter, some are small letter, so it will convert all the letter into the small letter. So simply what you have to do, you have to use a lower function, which gonna be lower. Just press the tab, select the cell which you want to change and hit enter. So now as you can see here, it got changes. I will double tap, the all row will change according to our choice. All right, I hope till here nobody has any doubt. See, if you have any kind of doubt, you can write it down in the comment. I will definitely try to reply on it as soon as possible. All right, so now the proper function, this is we understand upper and lower. So what is the use of proper? Proper means the first letter of the word should be capital and the rest of it should be the small letter. So that is why that proper function comes into the picture. So now what we have to do, and we will write our function called proper, hit the tab and select the cell which you want to change it, and I will hit the enter. Now as you can see here, this all got changed in the proper form, Samuel Howard. It is in proper form now. Just double click on it, it will change all the rows. As you can see, now we understand how to change in upper letter, we understand how to change in lower letter, we understand how to change in proper letter, right? So this is we understand. I hope everybody clear till here. Okay, now what we have to understand, what is the meaning of len? Len function will count number of words, how many words it, for example, Samuel Howard. So there are how many words we use, like SAMUEL. So how many it got? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let me write it down. The len function is equal to what we will write, len, and we will select our cell which we wanted, right? We will hit the enter, It's showing 13. Why it's not showing 12? There is a 12 already, right? 12 word we have used that, right? All right, let me explain to you. If there is any space between the two words, it will count that also. For example, there is only one space right now. If I will change this, can you see here it got changed? If I will use double space or triple space, let's say, now it will count space as well. Okay, if you want to know more about the function, what you have to do, just click on here. The one dialog box will appear in your screen. Now as you can see here, see it is explaining why you got the result of 13 not at 12. All right, so it's saying text is the text whose length you want to find, space count as a character. All right, so like that you can identify why it's showing 13. All right, I hope everybody clear with this. We'll just close this. So now let's understand what is the use of left. Okay, so for example, in this scenario we have one name Samuel Howard, and I want to separate this to SA, like from this name. So in that scenario we use a left function. Let's see how it's gonna work. So what we will do, we will write like, is equal to left. Now we will select the text from where we want to separate. Okay, we'll give the comma. Can you see here? It's showing what we have to. If you will click on it, here you can write like, how many word you wanted from the Samuel. If you will write 2, it will get only 2 word. If you will change this, I want, for example, only left 3. So I will write 3 and click OK. So you can see, let me drag this for these also. Okay, so can you see left 3 got separated. All right, right is opposite of left. There is nothing we have to do in right. It is opposite of left. You can write like, if you want, like, write 2, 3 and 4, it's same like a left only. For example, I want right 3, so I will use like that. Double click on it, it will take right 3. All right, left, right we understand, lane we understand. So let's understand what is the use of mid. Mid means if you want to get something like, for now, if you want to separate the UEL from this name, how you gonna separate it? So for that we use a mid function. How we gonna know? We will write mid. Let me open this, then it will easy to understand. Text, which text we want? From here we want to extract the starting number, like from where you want to start. Like I want from for example, UEL I want to extract. So what is the position of U? 1, 2, 3, 4. So in start number we will write 4. The how many number of character you want to extract. All right, so we will write that also. For example, I want to get UEL, so I will write 3. Okay, I will hit OK. So can you see here? Okay, let me give you another example. What if I will write here the 4? I'm getting same, but if you will concentrate here, there is one space as well, right? That is why it's showing only YEL. If you will change this to the 5, then you will understand. Let me change it to the 5. See, there is a space. Okay, so like that you can extract the mid number as well. Okay, I hope everybody clear with this. Here we understand how to use lane, how to use left, how to use right, and how to use mid function. All right, I hope everybody clear with this. Okay, so let me hide these columns because we have a lot of columns. To hide that, what you have to do, just select the whole column. How many column you want to hide? Right click on anywhere, there is a one hide, click hide, so it will get hide. If you want to unhide, select between wherever you have side, like A, B, J was there, like from B to J we will select it, we will click on the unhide, it will unhide it. Okay, now actually we don't need those columns, so that is why I hide it. Now full name, for example, you have a first name, you have a last name. You want to convert that first name last name as a full name. So how you gonna do? Simply what we does in Excel, we write like is equal to first name and second name I mean, sorry, the last name, and we hit the enter. We got the full name, but this is not in proper format, right? There is no space, right? So if you want to give a space for any particular name or in any particular sentence or in word, if you want to give a space, that is why we use a double quote. So what you have to do here, whenever you combining any two names or whatever it can be, always what you have to do, you will write is equal to, you will select the first cell and then you will write double quote, give one space, again double quote, again you will write, and then you will select the last name and you will hit the enter. Now can you see it got first name and last name? Okay, this is very popular. If you want to combine anything, what you have to do, simply you have to write is equal to concatenate. Where is this concatenate? Okay, so select the first cell, then give a comma, give a space, again comma, select the second cell, close the bracket, hit enter. Now it's get combining, right? Let me open this. I want to show you something. See, this kind of question might can ask in interview as well. See, can you read this? It's saying text 1, text 2 are 1 to 255 string to join into a single text string. It means maximum number of texts you can join in Excel, which is 255. Like interviewer can ask you how many number, like how many texts you can join maximum in the Excel. So you can easily say using a concatenate 255 texts we can only join in the Excel. So let's understand what is the concat. All right, if you know already the SQL and all, the concat is very famous. Why? Because this Excel is recently introduced this, not recently, I mean, but in Excel world it is new. The concatenate is a old fashion, you can say, and concat is a new fashion. It is same like a concatenate. Here what we have, they change concatenate to concat only. They make a short form. So what you have to do, you have to write like concat, open the bracket, select again, what you have to do, comma, for space, same formula we use, nothing change. See, there is nothing different between concatenate and concat. Okay, but there is a one difference. Okay, getting confused. Just now I said no difference and now I'm saying that there is a difference. Okay, all right, it's not a big difference though. Well, okay, so it's a very basic difference. In concatenate we can join 255 texts, but using a concat we can only join 254. Okay, can you see here? Using a concatenate we can join 255 texts, but using a concat we can join 254. All right, maybe they showed the name, they give a like okay, I'm the concatenate is a big, let's give them a one more text. All right, okay, so this is the only difference between concatenate and concat. Please make a note of these kind of things, like what is the difference between concatenate and concat, how many word are like how many texts we can join using a concatenate, or how many texts you can join using a concat. By the way, nowadays people are using only the concat. If you have Excel more than like version of 2016, above the 2016, then only you can use, otherwise in old version you cannot use. All right, okay, let's understand the text join. What is the use of text join in Excel? For example, basically text join is also same like a concatenate, concat, or you can say full name like and all these things. Okay, I will let you know that why we, in what purpose we use a concatenate, what purpose we use a text join. Okay, these three things, forget it, this is not that much important, let it be. We'll focus on these two only. Okay, in real world focus on this two only. All right, so let me explain you, let me write the formula first, then I'll explain to you. So for example, I will write is equal to text join. Now it's showing delimiter, ignore empty, and add text. Let me open this dialog box. Okay, so delimiter means, for example, it's so character or string to insert between each text or item. Like if there is a Samuel Howard, if you wanna give a space between those or no, like how many space you want to give between them. Let me write the formula, then I will explain to you. For example, I want to write is equal to text join. I'll select the, sorry, first we will give a delimiter. So I want to give a space between them. So I will give one space, comma. Now it's showing true means ignore empty cell, false means include empty cell. Means if there is an empty cell, take it that. So always choose a true. Okay. We'll choose a true. Then we'll give a comma. We'll select our first text. Then we will select our second text. I will close the bracket. Okay. Now can you see here? It's got, we got the first name and last name together. Let me give some space here. So now maybe you are thinking, bro, are you mad or what? Like, I'm using 5 kind of formula to get a full name, right? Okay, you will understand now. So let me give you one good example, then you will understand the difference. Okay, so for example, you have an address. Maybe in real world you found something like, when you got the data, you got floor number, building name, street, area, city, and these kind of data in different column. So how you gonna combine all the columns? You'll use concatenate or you'll use AND operator, like as I did here, and like this one, or like concatenate or concat. In this kind of scenario, text join comes into the pictures, because here you help of text join, you don't have to do much. What you will do, let me write it down here. You will write simply the text join. In delimiter, you'll write how many space you want between all, 1 space. Okay, then you'll write true and give a comma, select all the cells. Boom. Now everything got combined in one place, right? So that is why text join is very important when it's come to the Excel, right? That time it is good to use a text join. Using a concatenate, you can achieve the same result. Like, I can write concatenate, like, concat. Now I can write this text, then space, comma, another text, comma, space, comma, another text, comma, space, comma, another text. I like this kind. I will use this much only. It's too boring to write all the time same thing. We can achieve the same result, but help of text join, it is very easy. Now you have to decide where you have to use a text join, where you have to use a concatenate. But in my opinion, it is good to use text join all the time, right? Now we will understand what is the use of
Exact.
It will identify, like, that this both column are same or no. For example, Samuel Howard and here also Samuel Howard name are same. If it is not same, it will give you the false value. If it is same, it will give you the true value. Let me explain to you. I will select the first column, then I will select the second column. Now I want to identify, if it is same, give a true value, otherwise false. Now it's giving true. Let me drag this, but there is some false also. Why it's false? Okay, let me see the why it's showing false. Can you see the difference why it's false? Like Jennifer King also, it's Emily Miller, they are same, but still it's showing a false. Can you find any difference? If you know, pause the video here, comment down in the below. Alright, let me explain to you. because extract is the case sensitive. If you saw Jennifer King, King K is a caps letter, but here the K is a small letter. Okay, so that is why it's showing. In Miller also same. In James also J is a small letter here, and here it's a capital letter. That is why it's showing what you call it's showing false. All right, even it's a same. So that is why operator comes into the pictures. All right, this is not case sensitive. It will find exactly whatever you want. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to write is equal to select the first cell, is equal to select the second cell, and hit the enter and drag it down. Now there is one false again. Why? Okay, so let me explain to you. Let me make it bigger, bold this, and then I will explain to you. Now why it's showing as I mentioned earlier, if both are same, it will give a true value. If there is any difference, it will give a false value. Can you see here Michael Lee, but here its name is Michael John. That is why it's got a false value. All right, I hope everybody clear with the operator. Let's move on to the find. Let's understand what is the use of find. Okay, basically the find function used to identify how many letters are used in the particular text, or you can say particular column. For example, here as you can see in Samuel Howard, there is, I want to find how many A are there. So can you see here there is a 1A, there is a 1A here also. So you want to know how many A are there. So that is the purpose we use a find function. So how will I get that? Simply what I have to do, I will write is equal to find. Okay, then I will give which letter we want to find or which text we want to find. All right, so in always use a double quote to find or write any kind of text, whatever you want to write. So I will write A, and then from which text we want. For example, I want from the employee name. I'll close the bracket, hit enter. Now can you see here there is a 2A. So it is easily identified that it is, there is a 2A, but it's showing values, means there is no any single A in the character, or sorry, the in the text. Okay, let me change this. For example, I'll change this to the A. Oh, why it's giving error, but here it's giving A. Always remember find is a case sensitive. Okay, whenever you use a find, it is a case sensitive. So let's understand search. Search is also same like a find, but there is a one difference. Search is not a case sensitive. Even if you will write a function like search, I will write A, let's write capital A, and I will give the column, hit the enter. There is a 2. Can you see here we got the same result. Even I will change this to the small a, we got a same letter. But search is not a case sensitive, but find is a case sensitive. So you can use according the situation, like. All right, let's understand now the replace. What is the use of replace? For example, we have a name Samuel Howard, and I want to replace this Samuel with the John. Like I want to get John Howard, not a Samuel Howard. So that is the purpose we use a replace. So how we gonna use? We will write is equal to, we will write the replace function, select the text, old text means old text, and now let me open this. Now in start number, like from where you want to start, like from where you want to change. For in our case, I want to change from the S letter. Okay, so what I will do, I will write 1. If I want to change from the H letter, I will write how many letters are there? 3, 6, there is one space, 7, then I will write 8. From the 8 I want to change. All right, I hope clear, don't get confused. So I want to change Samuel with the John. So it means I have to start with the A, right? Sorry, S, right? So I will write 1, number of character, how many you want to replace. So how many number of character, like you don't have to concentrate, like you want to replace Samuel with the John, so you will not count the John, like John has a 4 letter. You will count how many letter we want to replace. So in Samuel there is a 6 letter, so I will write 6. If you don't want to give a space and you want to write John Howard directly, then you will include 7. All right, so this time I'm gonna use only the Samuel. In new text, what you want to put, for example, I want to put a John, or whatever you want to put. For example, you want to put a Smith. It can be longer than 6. There is any name longer than 6, like Michael. For example, I want to replace with the Michael, so I will write it the okay. Can you see here, it got replaced with the Michael. Okay, I hope everybody clear. If you want to change, let's this one, I want to change this King with the Miller, for example. So how I'm gonna do, what I will do, I will write replace, and all text I will select Jennifer. From where I want to start, from the King, right? So what is the position of King right here? So Jennifer 3, 6, 7, 8, 1 is space, so I will write 9. Then number of character, how many character you want to how many character you want to replace, you'll write. Then you will start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. You will not start from like 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, you will start from here only. This is the start number, like from where it will start, and this is the ending number from where we want to replace. Like I will write then 1, 2, 3, 4. I will write 4. With whom you want to replace? For example, you want to replace with the Miller, so I will write here Miller. Sorry, it should be in double quote. I will write Miller, close the bracket, hit enter. Now can you see here, but I didn't count the space there, that is why we got like this. So now what I have to do, I'll write here the 10. All right, I hope everybody clear with this. Now let's move on to the substitute. What is the use of substitute? Okay, let me ask you something before we go to the substitute. Do you guys watch anime? So if someone watch anime, they must watch Bleach. All right. I know it's not part of our class, but just to make it fun, right? It is not good to be all the time so boring lectures, right? Okay. So if you watch anime, so I'm sure you watch the famous anime Bleach. I know famous is a One Piece, but maybe you watch a Bleach. There is a one character, Ichigo Kurosaki, right? He is also a substitute. So this is the same, like the one Soul River replace him with the someone else. In simple terms, this is the use of substitute. For example, here I want to replace A with the something else, or let me hide this first, then I will explain to you. Let me hide this, all these rows, hide it. Okay, for example, here what I want to replace, I want to replace this A with the something else. Let's write the formula, then we will use substitute. We'll select our text first, okay, and we will give a comma. We will write what text you want to replace. So for example, I want to replace A, so I will write A. Then what new text you want to put? For example, you want to put a Z, double Z. Sorry, it should be in double quote, double Z. You want to replace A with the double Z, and you hit the enter. Now can you see here, all A got replaced with the double Z, but make sure it is also a case sensitive. If you write in the capital letter, it will comes into the capital letter. If you write in the small letter, it will comes into the small letter. I'll show you. If I'll change this, I'll write this in the small letter, it will come in the small letter. Okay. So, but there is one more thing. Everything, wherever the A you will find, it will get replaced with the Z. Can you see here? Z. A with the Z. Okay. Now there is one more catch. For example, in Samuel there is a 2a, it will get replaced with the double j, but I want the first a should not be replaced but the second a should be replaced. So in this scenario what we have to do, we'll use the same formula, this one, we'll use the same formula, but this time I will give a comma, and but I want not the first a, only the second a. So I will write 2, hit the enter. Can you see here, this time Samuel, from the Samuel a doesn't get replaced and the only the second a got replaced. It will work for everything. So if there is any a, like here a, it, see in the, oh wait, it's gone. Okay, here can you see here, the first a doesn't got replaced but there is no any second a, that is why it is same. All right, so like that you can use a substitute. Okay, let's move on to the another part. So this is very important. Maybe as I mentioned in the start of video, as a data analyst you will never get a clean data. You have to clean your data first, then you have to work. Without cleaning your data you cannot go further. So many times what happened, we got data in this form. So how I'm gonna fix this? See, in that scenario trim function comes into the pictures. What trim function did, we will write, it is very basic function, you know, very easy to use. Just what we have to do, we will write the trim, we'll select the cell which we want to fix it and hit the enter. Can you see here, it got in proper form. How many space are there, it doesn't matter. For example, now in the king, let me give one space. For king, there is space between kin and g, right? But using a trim, it will only reduce the whole space into 1. Like, you know, if there is a 10 space, it will delete all 9 space, it will keep only 1. Okay, if you want to combine this king, you can use CONCAT, you can use, like, you know, text join and all this thing. And there is another function as well, in future classes we will learn. Okay, but still there is one more problems, right? So you can use a proper and trim together. Like you can write proper, then again you will write trim. Okay, and hit the enter, hit the enter. Now it got in proper form. This is called nested function. In future class we will go that much. I don't want to go too much depth in this time. So in future class we will understand that. Okay, so that's it for today. Till then, happy learning, keep supporting, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.